Hello, question of the day. Here we go. Anxiety, nervousness, and fear. What do I do when I get the feelings of those things? All of them, by the way, anxiety and nervousness, it's some kind of fear. The first thing is to identify, what are you afraid of happening? It is absolutely possible to dissolve your fears and anxieties and nervousness. I made a process. It's an 11-step process that I created. It's based on the D-Martini method that I learned from John. It starts with getting very clear and specific with what the fear is. What are you actually afraid of? Are you afraid of dying? Are you afraid of losing your money? Are you afraid of being outcasted or condemned or criticized or being booted out of some social group or being cheated on or losing something that you're infatuated with? You got to get very specific. Anxiety, by the way, is often two fears. It's when you're trapped in between two fears and you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It feels like you're trapped between a rock and a hard place. And often anxiety is a more subtle. It doesn't feel like you're in fear, but it's two fears and you're fearful. If you do this, you have a risk. If you do that, you have a risk. Rock and a hard place. If you can identify what the two fears are and you dissolve them both, the anxiety lifts. It just dissolves. There's no anxiety. When you take care of the fears, there's no anxiety. So I created this thing. It's an 11-step process. I have all of my life empowerment students, by the way, do this. And on top of finding out really what their fears are, we put them out all out here. Usually there's 5 or 6 or 7 that people are running. But on top of that, I recommend everyone on earth, every human being, do these fears. Break through the fear of death, bankruptcy, losing your mind. These are the worst possible case scenarios, right? Sure, once you break through these, you'll feel different. Then what you're going to go and do is you're going to go do your fantasies as well, because you want to dissolve these. You want to dissolve the fantasy of immortality, being a billionaire, a genius, huge business success. You want to dissolve all these. When you go and take the time to break through the 14 primary fears and fantasies, you will be a different person. You will feel different. You live a different life because you're not in some hustle to get to some fantasy that you haven't really factored in the drawbacks of. Because so many times people have these ideas about what life's going to be like when they get the multimillionaire and they quit the job and they get the fame and the fortune. They get there and they're like, holy fuck me, this is actually not what I thought it was. You want to dissolve the fears, you want to dissolve the fantasies and just do your own thing. And you go and do that process, go do the 14 things, you're going to have so much more gratitude for your life. You're going to have so much more gratitude for yourself. Your self-worth will go through the roof because you realize you've created your life exactly the way it is because of the fears and fantasies that you hadn't broken through yet. You'll have a lot of gratitude for yourself. And then when you do it, you have a higher probability of building a life that you really, really want. You're not doing the thing, you're not starting a business because you want to impress your mom and your dad and your friends because you're worried about what they think or any of that shit. It's not fear or fantasy, it's true inspiration. So if you currently deal with an anxiety or fear or nerves and you want me to expedite the process of me actually launching this thing to the public, let me know. Let me know what that would be worth to you. I'm not going to charge a ridiculous price for it. It's going to be fair. But I think it would be beneficial to the public to get it out there, not just my life empowerment session clients. My life empowerment session, by the way, is $1,500 an hour for my time, and I take them through it. But it's not feasible for everyone. So if I made videos, it could be done a lot cheaper. Hello, lady.
Hello.
I want to say thank you to Mark from One Life MDV for this fantastic t-shirt. Look at this thing. Beautiful t-shirt. Very high quality. This is no peasant shit. Golly gosh. Go and follow One Life and Mark.